back to the Mailman Show, baby. Man, y'all know it's your guy, Mailman. Man, we think outside the box, and I share my opinions on. I invite y'all into my life of traveling and just give y'all a different perspective and a different way to look at life to let you know it's not one way to skin a cat. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump right into this thing and make sure that you go and check out the can'tstopbrand.com. So I want to talk to y'all about getting that money. So look, we all know that everybody want to have financial freedom. Everybody want to be financially stable. Not everybody want to be rich. You know, some people want to be super rich like me. I want to be one of the richest people in the world, if not the richest person in the world. That's a goal that I have, but I know it requires a lot of work, a lot of determination, a lot of focus. You know, it's a very, very demanding task to achieve, but it can be achieved. And it's a lot of things that come with that goal that I want. But there's a lot of people in the world that don't want that. They're completely okay with just being financially secure to where they don't have to, every time they go to the store, check their bank account. They want to go do something with family and friends. They know they have the disposable income to be able to do that. And they're completely fine with that. And that's how they want to live their life. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Either way, if you want to put the work in to make a lot of money, or if you just want to live comfortably, but you don't want to be broke. That's what you don't want to be. You don't want to be broke. I don't care what nobody say. I don't need money. That's a lie. That's a lie. You need money. You need it. I don't give a care if it's only $100 a month that you need. You need money for some form, shape, or fashion to move in this world, because you are not able to do everything on your own. It's no way possible. No way possible. We as people can do everything on our own. You know, you might say, well, I can cook for myself. I can bathe myself. I can fix my car. I can change my tire. I can do that, but you can't. If you need to do heart surgery, you can't do no work on your heart. If you got a big beam that you need to get up in the air, and you're gonna need a team to help you, because you got this machine, but this machine, somebody got to keep this leverage, lower it down, put the beam, guide it, put it in place, get back in the machine. You can't do all that. So you're gonna need some money for something. So you don't want to be broke. That's just not in the equation at all. So anybody that say, oh, I'm okay with being broke, no, that's not fine at all. So stop playing yourself, because that's what you're doing. You're completely playing yourself. Make sure when you're doing it with a purpose, though. You know what I'm saying? When you get your money, I always remember this. There's no amount of money that's worth selling your soul for. There's no amount of money worth making or getting, and you can't live 10 years down the line being okay with the decision that you made 10 years previously. There's no amount of money that can be paid for that. Like, case in point, look at the situation with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he sold his soul. You know what I'm saying? He was taught the game through Clive Davis and other executives at the time that was at the top when he was a beginner. Little dog him, literally. And instead of him breaking the mold, he just did what they did to him to the next person on. And it made him a lot of money. He got into a lot of powerful places, but was it worth it? Can you, like literally, dog, was it worth it? Was that worth it? You know what I'm saying? You beating and kicking on women and then talking about you was in a bad place. No, you knew what you were doing. I don't take the excuse of drugs and liquor and pressure and all that as a justification to say that it was okay for what you did to Cassie. Now, I do believe that Cassie had a lot of involvement in a lot of the things, but that particular video, that was you, dog. That was all on you. You made that decision to do that. So I want people to use that as a learning point to say, like, Puffy had been on top for 20-something years, 25, 30 years. And You know, just look at some of the decisions he made 30 years ago, and it created that monster because he was isolated for so long with people telling him yes, and people had the fear of telling him no, and those that told him no was blackballed. But let me explain something to y'all, in my opinion, about blackballing. Can't nobody blackball you. Nobody can blackball you. Only person that can blackball you is you. Now, what do I mean by that? A person that has connections, which connections and money equals power in the human society. Now, that person has influence, and they're able to call somebody else and say, hey, you own this label, you own this store, don't work with that person, don't work with this person, don't do this for this person, don't give this person that opportunity. Yes, they can call and do that, but that doesn't mean they're blackballing you. That means they just stop you from getting a connection that would have made the process a lot easier. All right, cool. You stopped that connection, but now it's up to me. I'm still my own individual person. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go out here and create my own following, create my own path, make my own situation. Is that the harder route? Yes, it is. Is that the longest route? Yes, it is. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, man, oh, it's gonna be easy. No, it's not. Because you're gonna have to be financially responsible for everything. You're gonna have to build your own team. You're gonna have to find the right people. You're gonna get screwed over. It's a lot involved, but the reward will be a lot more bigger, and the lessons will be a lot more valuable. So nobody can blackball you but you. That's what I mean by that. Unless you're dependent on another man or woman to handle your life, that's the only way that you're gonna let somebody blackball you, because you don't want to go out there and put the physical work in and do what it's gonna take to get your dreams and goals achieved. That's what it boils down to. You want success, but you don't want to do what it takes to get the success. You want to take the easy route. No, it don't work that way. It don't always work. It don't always work that way. For some people, it does work that way, but everybody don't have the same opportunities. And again, I'll say this: even though that person could have called 10 people and blocked them, I always remember this: the 50 Cent story should always tell you something. There's always somebody else out there that person don't have a connection to, that's got just as much money, just as much power, or even more money, or even more power. Take 50 Cent with the Irv Gotti situation. They was blocking him from getting deals from anybody in New York, but he stayed moving, stayed grinding. His tape ended up in Eminem's hand. Eminem had just as much power and money as more power and money. And look what 50 Cent landed. So they pushed him into a better situation. So nobody has a power over your life but you. You are the end all, the be all of your life. Talk is cheap. You can sit there and say what you're gonna do, this, that, whatever. That doesn't mean nothing. Action is expensive, because to make things happen, you got to spend money, time, and effort to get it out there and get it to the people. And one thing about a lot of the people, you will build a connection directly with them and build a legacy with them, versus trying to go through another individual or another man. Always go directly to the customer, because that person that's up there at the top that's running that corporation, they have connections to other people that has employees, thousands of employees, or millions of employees up under them, and they can control what goes on with their company. But going directly to the source, they can't stop that. They don't know it's 7 billion people on this world. They don't have the time to call all 7 billion. 2, they don't even have all 7 billion phone numbers. 3, all 7 billion would not even listen to them. And 4, some of them, a lot of them 7 billion gonna be like, who in the are you? They gonna hit them with the me speak no English. Me speak no English. No, hombre. So I'm saying these things to tell you, get your money, chase your goal. I want to motivate you to chase your goal. Figure out what makes you happy, because what makes me happy might not be what makes you happy. What I do might not be what you want to do. Figure out your path. It doesn't matter if anybody else say, oh man, I wouldn't do that. Ain't nobody gonna care about that. Else do. Do you. Make your vision happen. Because if you don't do you, ain't nobody else gonna do you. Well, you might find a bad chick that'll do you, but that ain't gonna get you no money unless you're doing OnlyFans, and she gonna probably end up coming out on top on that as well too. So do you and make sure you own what you own, my brother, my sisters. Make y'all money, man. It's not easy, but I promise you, if you put the work, the time, and the effort in, you can definitely see a level of success that can be justifiable to you. And if you keep on going, you can get it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's all up to you. Learn financial management and financial assets. It will be the life-changing thought, memory, lesson, and everything else that can change your outlook on how to make money and how to live. But this is what I want to leave y'all with, the most important thing. This is the most important thing about getting money. Know who you are, no matter how much money you have or don't have. You are the person that people love, not the money. So I know me. I'm comfortable with where I like to wear basic t-shirts, my simple shorts, and my Air Max and my hats. And I like to make sure my teeth look good. And I like to go hang out on the beach and travel. I know what I like to do. I know what makes me happy. So I got my flavor for myself. I don't have to smoke and drink and do all that. I don't care. Can't nobody make me feel like I got to do something to be part of the in crowd, because I am my crowd. So no matter how much money comes in, I'm going to always be me. And I'm 43, so I know who I am comfortably. So even at 83, I'll still be able to understand who I am. I love y'all, man. Have a good day. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, man. We up out of here till the next time.